Hello students, here is the question number 16. It reads that there is a block of mass 2 kg sliding on a horizontal floor towards another block of 4 kg which is at rest. When the blocks are at particular distance 16 meter basically apart, the first block has a 1 meter per second velocity as shown in the figure. Coefficient of friction, that means surface is rough, and coefficient of friction is 0.2. Collision is going to be perfectly elastic. We need to find the separation when the blocks comes to rest finally. So it's basically use of the concepts that we know. This is the picture initially that has been shown there. This block 2 kg is going to move to hit this 4 kg block. So let me draw a situation little later when the two blocks are going to collide. So this 2 kg block and this 4 kg will be closer by at the instant they are going to collide. So the size of the blocks has to be ignored, though they are appearing of larger size. We can call it as m1, we can call it as m2, and this m1 was moving with the velocity this is called u is equal to 1 meter per second, and the second one was at rest. This is just before collision. So this is just before collision. Now we need to see what the velocities they are going to be just after collision. So I'm drawing that picture as well. Then we will be solving those for those pictures. Just after collision, you'll find the location will remain the same almost. You will get or you'll find they will have a velocities after collision, depending upon the collisions, how the collision went on. So this is m1, m2, this let's say acquired velocity v1, this acquired velocity v2, and this situation is just after the collision. Just after the collision. Now in the first picture, when this was moving, so the first block was experiencing a retardation by frictional force F. How much that F is going to be? We know that's going to be mu m1g. So how much retardation is going to be there? So we will be writing that retardation as mu g. So let's say this is figure number A, this is figure number B, this is figure number C. So we are going to solve these figures separately. Now let's say that there is a solving condition. So here I am drawing a partition, some sort of this. If we solve for figure A or 1, so what we are going to say, we need to find how much this retardation is going to be. We will find this retardation A is going to be equal to mu into g. Now this retardation is going to have a value equal to 0.5 into 0.2 into 10, that is basically 2 in proper meter per second square. That means SI unit. Okay, so how much the velocity is going to be before collision? Okay, so there is correction in the picture. This u is unknown for us. This is the velocity before the collision, or better would be we can call it as a v, not to confuse with initial velocity. So let's say this is velocity v, and initially it was given as a u. So this u was 1 meter per second, and v is finally we are looking at. For that sake, it has to travel how much distance? 16 centimeter. So we are writing the final velocity is equal to and it covers the distance, so we can use the third equation. This is a constant, right? So we can use this constant acceleration equation. V square is equal to u square minus twice as. Now u square means is a square of 1, 2a means 2, and displacement means 0.16 in meter. So this will become 1 minus 0.64, which leads to 0.36, which ultimately leads to velocity as 0.06, or not really, 0.6 meter per second. So you'll find the velocity just prior to collision of first block is going to be 0.6 meter per second. Okay, now let's come to the picture number 2 and solve for B. That means here collision is taking place. So we will be solving B and C simultaneously because collision is taking place, right? So for B we have got what the V was, and then we are going to get this collision stuff. In this collision we can go for linear momentum conservation. Now if we go for linear momentum conservation, we will writing like some sort of this m1v is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. Now let's put the values. m1 is 2 kg, m2 is 4 kg, so 2 into 0.6 has to be equal to 2v1 plus 4v2. Basically it is going to give us a relation like v1 plus 2v2 should be equal to 0.6. We need to find v1 and v2 to solve for further calculations. Now the collision is perfectly elastic, so we can use coefficient of restitution. So we can say also there's going to be E, which is the velocity of separation. It's going to be like v2 minus v1. Velocity of approach, which is v, this must be equal to 1. So this will give us a relation like v2 minus v1 is equal to v. If you consider this as equation 1, this as equation 2, so when equation 1 and equation 2 can be solved together. To find out what is v1 and v2, we need to solve for both. So if we add these to equation 1 and 2, so we can say 1 and 2 should be solved together. If we add this equation, v1 will get cancelled out, you can see, and 3v2 is equal to this v we have already solved for. How much v was? V was equal to 0.6, so we can also write it as a 0.6. So can we say this v2 is going to be equal to, basically 3v2 is equal to 1.2, so it's going to 1.2 divided by 3. So you'll find it's going to be 0.4. 0.4. Now if it is coming 0.4, then you'll find how much v1 should be equal to. v1 should be equal to minus 0.2 meter per second. This is also going to be in meter per second. Now what it says basically is this. Let's say complete this partition, and we will solving here as well. So we got this v1 and v2. Basically it's trying to say this v1 is, this particle is going to return back, first one, and second one will be moving forward. So if we draw the next picture, it will be some sort of this. That's the final one. Let's call it as D. Final one. First will return somewhere here, second will reach somewhere there, and we need to find what is the final separation they are having. Now this was the situation we started with. So we can say this is, let's say this is x1 displacement, this is x2 displacement. So we can find displacement 1 and 2, we can say what the distance they are apart. Separation between the blocks is basically x1 plus x2. Let's call this picture as a D figure. So we are going to solve for D. So let's solve for D. Now what the v1 initial velocity was here, so that was v1. What was the initial velocity here? That was v2. Magnitude is going to be 0.2. Now how much retardation you are going to experience? There is going to be retardation of A, which is going to be same here, is also going to be retardation of A, which is mu g. So all blocks are going to experience same retardation mu g. So from here we can say here this comes ultimately at rest, this is also at rest, so we can apply the third equation again. Final velocity is becoming 0 is equal to initial velocity was v1, so square of v1 minus twice times mu into g, and let's say x1. So how much this x1 is coming? X1 is basically v1 square divided by twice mu g. Can we apply the same for the block number 2? Yes, of course. So also we can write directly that x2 is going to be equal to v2 square divided by twice mu g. Mu is 0.2, g is 10. So that's 0.2 and 10, 2 and 2 multiply 4. So that's 4 basically. We are interested in finding the total distance, which is x1 plus x2. So this x1 plus x2 is going to be equal to basically v1 square plus v2 square divided by twice mu g. Now let's put the values. v1 square basically 0.2 square, so 0.2 square is going to be 0.04 plus 0.4 square, that's going to be 0.16 divided by 4. This ultimately goes to 0.20 divided by 4, that means 0.05 meter, which you can write it as a 5 centimeter. So we will say the final separation between the blocks is going to be 5 centimeter, and it will become our final expression. Okay, thank you.